Gentlemen, Antonio here. Okay, this video is in support of my other video, 10 tips on how to whiten your teeth, the man's ultimate guide to teeth whitening. If you want more information, go over there. But here in this video, I'm gonna go into exactly what company I used. I'm gonna give you a discount code, RMRS70, which is gonna give you 70% off anything over there in their store. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. So I used Dazzlepro and I used multiple products. So let me be pretty clear here. I used their 7-day whitening system. Actually, I had 2 kits of this. I also had their 20-minute smile makeover. And this one came out. I'll talk about the difference of each of them. I also had their premium kit. And their premium kit actually came in where you actually had the injectors. And you can use these. Yes, you're not injecting those into your body. You're injecting those actually into the molds, which you're able to create these molds based off your own teeth. It fits right here. Yep. Okay. I feel like I'm back in high school football. That's reminds me of the mouthpiece. Actually, it seems like what it was. It also came with the premium with this light. See that? Kind of neat. The research I read on this, actually, it does speed up the process. There's some, debate on how significant it is, but I thought it was, a nice ad, and the fact that some people do swear by it. Sure, let's put it in there. So I tried all of those kits, and I've used a number of things in the past. I think I talked about in the last video that I've used Crest white strips in the past. I've used a few other brands, and what I found is they were just, they just made my teeth hurt. I have sensitive teeth when it comes to cold, when it comes to things like that. And so for me to be able to find a company that actually had so many different solutions, and all of them actually worked very well. And how do I know that? Because I tried all of them. So what you notice, and this is the smile packs. This is, I think, going to be probably the right solution for a lot of you guys. And you could also look at the 10-day. I think the 10-day is probably going to be your best option if you're just wanting to try this out, get the 7-day. But honestly, with that RMRS 70 code, I mean, I would grab a few. And the big thing here is it comes with 7 of these. The instructions are not on the inside. They're all on the outside here. And it uses glycerin, water, hydrogen peroxide. Those are the main ingredients. It's 11% hydrogen peroxide solution. So it wasn't super intense. What I really liked about this is I did the first time, got a little bit of irritation, but that was oftentimes because I think I had a lot of saliva in my mouth, and I was moving it around. But when I did a better job of not moving this stuff around, it comes with an upper and a lower. So you just open this up. It fits right on there, fits right on your lower teeth, and you leave it for 20 minutes. I found that easily I could be on the internet for 20 minutes just moving around, having this stuff in my teeth. I was occasionally biting it, and I found the procedure pretty painless. To let you guys know, before I would use this, I would brush my teeth, I would floss, and I would use this at night before going to bed. Although I felt, I rinsed out my mouth afterwards, and I don't feel like I felt like I had a residue left over. I didn't brush my teeth again, and I wasn't consistent. So I would say about 5 out of the 7 nights that I used it. I did use it at night at about the same time, but there were 2 other times that I'd missed it the night before, so I just did it that day. And really, so there was a couple times I did go beyond 24 hours between usage. I never tried to do 2 in one day. I definitely tried to expand it out a bit because I was worried about my sensitive teeth issue, and I had no problem. And I did see a significant difference. They talk about here, I think it's like they say 5 shades, whiten in 3 easy steps. And they say you can wear the trays for 20 to 45 minutes. I only wore them for 20 minutes because I saw the 20-minute here. So I didn't ever go beyond 20 minutes. But I would believe that you could wear them for 45 minutes because I never felt, except for that first one, I felt a little bit of irritation. But after that, it disappeared. And I did notice after I did this with 7 treatments, and I'm also going to talk on a couple of things. I probably noticed about 3 to 4 shades. And there's a support article I'm going to link to over at Real Men Real Style where I'll go into this in more detail because I want you guys to be able to quickly read this out. The one thing I don't like about Dazzlepro, and I'll tell this to the founder, Alex, I'm going to see him at StyleCon, is that he needs to, I think, give more instructions on the inside. They need to give something that you can, it's there on the box, but it's kind of all over the place and you've got to pick it up. Now, another one, and this is the one that I like the mouthpiece the best. This one is their 20-minute smile makeover. So this mouthpiece is really spongy and You guys hear that? So it's got 2 holes here, and you can, not that I was using it to breathe out of, I made sure that my nose was clear the entire time, but I really like, I mean, this one is small enough, it fits in, it's kind of like, yeah, a nice little mouth guard there. I guess if I'm gonna go play sports, I've got an extra mouth guard here. But that was a one-use one. I use that in conjunction with the other ones I've used. Now, one thing I don't like about this is I didn't see the percentage. I do feel this one was a little bit stronger, and that's why it's kind of a one-off. So these would be nice to have if perhaps, and I spoke with my dentist about this. She said that she goes through, or when she whitens her teeth, she goes through one initial treatment of about a week, and she does that maybe once a year, once every 2 years, and then once every 6 months, she'll do kind of like a, what you would do, like the one, kind of like the re-up, which kind of recharges it. Now, I know some of you guys, maybe you're wanting a bit more. Maybe you have really yellow teeth. Maybe you want more control. One thing I didn't like about these is I only got to use it 7 times. And I felt sometimes that they had actually too much material on there, like we could have gotten away with less. And so that's what I really like about this home premium kit, is it actually comes, as you can see, with 10 milliliters, and you're only going to use about half to a quarter of a milliliter in my experience when you're putting on here. So really you've got about anywhere from 10 to 20 usage with the premium kit. I have to say it was really nice to be able to have it so I could form these to my teeth. Initially, I didn't like these as much, and I will say one thing they're not very clear about is that you need to cut these off. You don't want them going too far above your teeth. The reason being, and let me see if I can put this in here. So, you see that right there? You've never seen that in one of my videos, but you want to probably cut that off, and I don't know how you would. They don't talk about smoothing out. They don't really show examples, but I would say that you're going to cut off. This was for holding it, and I still haven't cut it off, by the way, but I will be. So this is for dipping it in basically hot water. They say not boiling water, but I used close to boiling water. I added a little bit of water, and then I stuck this in there and formed it. So that took about maybe 30 seconds to form the molds. And then when I did it, I did feel that they went a bit high and they irritated a bit. I felt that this premium was a bit stronger than the first one, than the 7 or 10 day pre-filled treatments. So the good thing about that is you simply use less of it. Now you may have seen I had 2 syringes here. This is the one that's going to whiten, and then I thought this was actually a really nice addition. They've got a remineralizer, and oftentimes our own saliva is going to remineralize our tooth enamel. I've talked about that in my last video about 10 steps to whiten your teeth, that when you chew gum, that's actually, you create more saliva, and that's been shown to remineralize your tooth enamel. But there's a lot of people out there that don't have a whole lot of saliva. If you've watched enough of my videos, you know sometimes I get a dry mouth as well. So that was a pretty nice addition, and I think really goes in. Again, they've got the lighting, and this is how it's supposed to work. You put this in there, it's being treated, and this goes right in here, which is why you would have to cut these off, and then it goes right in there. And so you're walking around. Yeah, so you don't want to do this in public. And it's got a replaceable batteries, so you could reuse this again and again. And hopefully, I didn't see where they just sold the syringe and with the material. You probably could find it elsewhere, but I'd say with that RMRS 70, use that code and you're going to get 70% off. Guys, I would say you definitely could stock up. I did not see. I know that they make all of this in the United States. It's another thing I was happy about with the company. I see a lot of companies out there, they're maybe getting that stuff from China. Okay, I love the Chinese. I've been to China, great country, but what I don't like is the fact that it's not as well regulated as what I see things coming out of Europe and the United States. Now, some of you guys may call me an idealist for saying that, but in my opinion, I like things that are made here in the United States when I'm putting them into my body. This one did come with a good set of instructions. You have to actually take this out of the container. The instructions are here. I wish they would have been a little bit more clear. Areas I had confusion, so I want to, is again, that you're going to have to form up the tray. So that right there, I didn't know it actually when I first got it. And then first I was looking at these things. I'm like, wow, I like this one better. And then I realized that actually I can form these to my teeth. So that wasn't super clear. I wish that was more clear. let me think, the fact that you can, they talk about 30 minutes here or up to 45 minutes to an hour. So, you know, that's one thing that's not consistent with the different products. Sometimes they'll say 20 minutes, other times you say 30 to 45 minutes. When it comes down to it, don't go beyond an hour, and you want to go to the point that you feel comfortable. If you start to feel a lot of sensitivity, take the darn thing out. They also talk about the amount of fluid. So if you're going to fill these up with the solution, you're going to put it in there. And when you open this for the first time, be careful, because you may even want to pull back on it to pull a little bit of negative pressure, because otherwise if you pushed on this, the stuff's going to shoot out and you don't have too much of it. So put it over there. I put about 0.25 and then 0.25, and that gave me technically 20 treatments. And I'm not looking to get the back of my teeth white, I'm looking to get the front of my teeth white. So I also went through with my finger and I rubbed it over there, making sure that I would get it on there versus having to put it in and just rub it around. So overall, I was very impressed with the company, with the service, with the product. This is an affiliate system. So if you guys go over there and purchase, you're supporting Real Men Real Style. And I think Alex is running a great company. Again, here in the United States, he's an immigrant and he's been, you know, the guy has built things up. He's a modern American success story. And I'm happy to support his company. So if you've got any questions, make sure to call them. Speak with your dentist if you've got real questions about teeth whitening systems. I will tell you, my dentist recommended a system, which when I looked at purchasing it online, because she also had it in her office, which was double the price, I looked at buying it online. It was less expensive, but you know, let's just say it was with this 70% discount. This is one of the best deals you're going to find out there. And like I said, I've tested. I'm very happy with the product. But whatever you decide to do, make sure to check with your dentist. That's it. Gentlemen, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.